would do a little fun video just because bored and locked in, and I thought I'd do a little makeup video. Not that I'm a professional makeup at all, professional makeup artist, and I thought I'd review Lauren Curtis's new Loungeface Lash Mascara. I haven't tried it yet, it only came in the mail yesterday, but I'm so excited. So hopefully this goes okay because I've never done one before. So I know people do makeup differently. I know some people start with their eyes first, but I've always gone with foundation first. I've been using this foundation for ages, years. I always go back to it. It's cheap, works for me, might as well use it. I just go in with just a sponge. It's pretty basic, it's not really clean, but it's at the end of this bottle, so give me a couple hours and it'll eventually come out. And what I usually do, I just dab it on my face. I don't really have a technique, to be honest. I just whack them on. And I don't usually wear makeup every day either. I usually just put a little bit on, you know, going to work. I'll put on a bit of foundation, powder, mascara, a little bit of bronzer, and that's about it, to be honest. Especially with this lockdown going on, I just don't have an excuse to put on nice fancy makeup, to be honest. I don't really put on a thick layer. I've actually become a lot more confident in my skin too. I struggled a lot with my skin. My acne was pretty bad. I'd been to the doctor and tried all their creams and all their tablets that they give to you. Nothing worked. So I ended up going to a dermatologist. Actually, I saw two. The first one, I bought all of their really expensive products, which added up to hundreds and hundreds, thinking it would work, but didn't work at all. I ended up switching to another dermatologist who put me straight onto Roaccutane, and it honestly saved my life. But obviously, if you have problems with your skin, don't listen to me, do what your doctor says. So I use the Rimmel London Stay Matte powder. I use this in transparent. Dab it onto my brush. Ooh, got something in my eye. I think it's just a hair. I'm actually waiting for an order from Morphe. I went onto their website and they had this big sale on. I was like, it'd be crazy not to get anything. So I got a whole lot of stuff. Hasn't come yet. Got a whole lot of new brushes. So I'm excited to use them, but I can't use it in this video because I don't have them yet. So for my contour and bronzer, I usually use two products. First I go in with the Hoola Eye Benefit bronzer. I just dab it on my brush and I just do a little bit of a swoosh. For the rest of my face, I go in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. This is actually my second one of these. I love it. So it kind of has like a mix bronzer and like a highlighter as well, which I really like. It gives a nice glow to the face. This is actually a tip I, funnily enough, picked up from Lauren Curtis. I was watching one of her videos, I can't remember which one it's from, but she's probably mentioned it in a few. But she goes in like a 3 motion. I think there's quite a few people who use that technique now. It's kind of what I follow. I quite like it. Before that, I don't really think I knew where to put bronzer, to be honest, because I didn't want to put too much in one spot and then look all patchy. To be honest, I probably still do look patchy. I'm definitely not a professional. Not COVID. Next, I usually go in with a blush. I have a couple that I use. One of them is the Too Faced Love Heart one. I don't have it on me. I'll go grab it. Very old Too Faced blush. So it's got the little bronzer, blush and the highlight at the top, which is actually really pretty. I just don't tend to reach for it as much because with the bronzer from the Hourglass one, it's quite shimmery anyway. Plus a highlighter after, it's usually a bit too much like I'm just a disco ball. For this video though, I'm going to be using, it's a blush from theBalm. It's in the shade Houndstooth. Naturally my skin is a bit pink anyway, so I don't like to put too much on. She's looking a little patchy already. I only really have one highlighter that I use. Don't have a brush to put it on with. I actually ordered one in that Morphe order. I'll just use my fingers for now because that's what I usually do. It's actually the MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralise Skinfinish. I usually just use my middle finger, put it on the highs of my cheeks. I also put it on the tops of my brow bone, tip of my nose, and a little bit down. For an everyday eyeshadow, usually if I'm just going to work, I don't wear any eyeshadow at all. If I feel like putting a little bit on, I usually just go back in with the Hoola bronzer and just dab a little bit on. Whack it on just for a little bit of colour. I'm just going to go back in with my MAC highlighter and just use the pinkies of my finger and just put some just in the inner corner. For eyebrows, I usually go in with the spoolie. The one I've got at the moment is pretty old and broken because I'm still waiting for the new one. This house makes some really creepy noises. So I'm home alone, but half the time it sounds like someone's tapping on a wall. Yeah, so I usually go in with the spoolie first. This one, like I said, is pretty old and broken. Like this thing just spins around, so it's not too good. I usually just try and push my eyebrow hairs up a little bit, something like that. To fill in my eyebrows, I usually use a brown powder. The one that I use, it's actually a tester from a shop. It's called Eyelure London. I don't know if it's got a shade, but this is the front, still really old. And I usually just use the middle one, which is the powder. This one I think is more of a wax, which I have used. I usually tend to use it more if I'm going out somewhere because I find that it stays a bit better. To be honest, I can't remember what that one is, but it fell out. And I just do light, gentle strokes. Otherwise I find that it just goes everywhere. Or it goes too thick and then I regret doing it. Something like that I'm usually happy with. I don't like it too bold. I just like it quite natural looking. That'll do. Okay, so now I usually go in with a eyebrow gel mascara. The one I'm currently using at the moment, which I do need a new one of, it's getting a bit dry, is the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt Gel Mascara. It's just in the, it's in soft brown. I just give my eyebrows a little bit more of a sprucing up. Okay, so for this part of the video, I'm going to be using the, like I mentioned at the start of the video, the Loungeface Lash Mascara by Lauren Curtis. So I got it in the mail yesterday, and it came with this little card. I actually really like the colours. I like that it's really simple, and even just the font, it's kind of like old school game writing. I really like it. And on the back it has little tips of how to apply it, how to remove it. So I'll try it now. The first step for application is to curl your lashes, just for extra length. The eyelash curler I have, I wouldn't even have a clue where it's from. Pretty sure it was my mum's, but I think I stole it from her a couple of years ago and she doesn't know. It's just this black and pink one. Okay, so I'm just reading the tips on the back. It says to use the wand to help comb and separate your lashes as you go. A formula is perfect for layering and building volume. Then for extra thickness, it says to add a coat to the back of your lashes. So I'll see how it goes doing just the normal coat at the front first. See how it looks, and then I might add some on the back. Okay, time to open it. And even just the feel of it, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so soft and it's beautiful. So it's a plastic wand. This is what it looks like. No? I love that. That's actually really nice. I like mascaras that separate your lashes and make them long, so they kind of look like individual fluttery lashes. I'm not a big fan of the clumpy ones. So this is actually lashes with one coat. That's amazing, and even without building it up, it looks great. Yeah, I like it. Just going to do the other eye now, and I'll try and build it up a bit more too. Oh no, she smudged. All gone. Okay, so that's with one layer on each eye. I'm going to try and add another layer and try and build it up a bit more. That's insane. So I did go in with some on the back there, and that definitely gave it volume, pushed it up a lot more, as you can tell, with that being one layer, which is beautiful and natural. And then this is just like how the mascara looks with just one layer I'd usually go for. But just for this video, I wanted to put on some on the back and just try and make it really voluminous. Yeah, just to see how long and thick it could get. And honestly, it looks like I got false lashes on, to be honest. Really like it. So throughout the day I'll check in just to see how it's lasting, if it's smudging, anything like that. I'll probably check in another couple of hours, and then right at the end of the day before I take it off, and then let you know how it goes taking it off. It's a lot later during the day now. It's nearly 6:30 at night. The mascara from the Lounge Lash has been on for what, about 7 hours now. And as you can see, it is not budged at all. I haven't had to do any touch-ups, nothing, and I've been on a walk, been to the shops, all that, and nothing. So 10 out of 10, I reckon. Now to remove it, it says that you got to splash your lashes with water and wait 30 seconds and then slide the mascara off between your fingertips or a tissue. I'm going to try both just to see if I like one more than the other. Time to wait. Okay, so I'm just trying to take it off my finger. Look at that. That's actually really cool. It just slides right off. You don't even have to pull at your lashes hard at all. Yeah, nice. I know it's a tubing mascara, and I've never actually used one before. But I'd use it a lot more just to be able to do this, to be honest. It's kind of satisfying. I've just tried with the tissue as well. But I actually think I prefer using my fingers. So that's after taking it all off. To be completely honest, before I tried the Loungeface mascara, I honestly thought all mascaras were pretty much the same. But just the way that the mascara for this applies on, so easy to use. How it takes off, you don't have to rub it. You know, with other mascaras you have to rub your eye really hard. Before I tried the Loungeface mascara from Lauren Curtis, I thought all mascaras were pretty much the same. But I'm definitely going to keep using this and keep repurchasing it because it is honestly really good. It's so easy to apply, it looks absolutely beautiful, so easy to build up, and taking it off is just really fun. Before I end, I wanted to give a little shout out to, it's kind of irrelevant to this video, but these earrings here that I'm wearing, these two gorgeous rings, and this bracelet here, they're from a small business run by a girl named Brittany, who's based in Melbourne. She makes a whole lot of different jewellery. They're absolutely beautiful, so unique. If you want to check out any of her stuff, I'll put a link in the description box to her Instagram page. You can see all of her pieces there. She's got a whole lot of different collections that are absolutely beautiful, and supporting small businesses during this time is really important. Go check her out as well. Support the small businesses. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Got a whole of... So next I usually